The city of Boston, Massachusetts, thrived with history, brick sidewalks, old churches, and a skyline that blended tradition with modern glass towers. But for Olivia Brooks, Boston felt gray, dull, and routine. At 27, Olivia worked as an interior designer for a small firm downtown. Her life was filled with beige walls, beige carpets, beige curtains, safe choices for clients who feared change. It wasn't just her job, though. Beige had become the color of her existence. She woke at the same time, walked the same streets, and ate the same salad for lunch every day. Olivia wasn't unhappy exactly. She was just stuck. That was until a stranger burst into her world, turning beige into something far more colorful. Olivia lived in a small apartment in Back Bay, furnished neatly but blandly. Her shelves were lined with design magazines, her coffee table stacked with neutral paint samples. Her friends often teased her, "Liv, you need some color in your life, literally." She only smiled. Stability was safe, predictable, and safe was good. At least that's what she told herself. One rainy Monday, her boss handed her a new assignment. "Olivia, we've been contracted to redesign an old bookstore in Cambridge. It's called Whitman's Pages. The owner wants a complete renovation. You'll lead the project." Olivia nodded, jotting down notes. Another beige job, she thought. She didn't know yet that the project would change her life. The next morning, Olivia arrived at Whitman's Pages, tucked between a cafe and a flower shop on a quiet street near Harvard Square. The bell over the door chimed as she stepped inside. The store smelled of aged paper and cedar shelves. It was cluttered but cozy, with books stacked to the ceiling. Behind the counter stood Daniel Whitman, the 30-year-old grandson of the original owner. He had warm brown eyes, messy dark hair, and a kind but restless energy. He extended his hand. "You must be Olivia. Thanks for coming." She shook his hand politely. "Your grandmother mentioned you wanted to modernize the shop." Daniel grinned. "Not modernize, revitalize. I don't want to strip its soul. I want to bring it alive again." His words startled Olivia. Clients rarely spoke that way. Most just wanted clean lines and neutral walls. Beige, always beige. Something about Daniel's passion intrigued her. Over the following weeks, Olivia worked closely with Daniel. He challenged her in ways she hadn't expected. She suggested beige shelving. He wanted teal. She recommended neutral lighting. He asked for stained glass fixtures. She sketched minimalist designs. He painted over them with bold strokes of crimson, emerald, and gold. At first, Olivia resisted. "Too risky," she said. "People like safe colors." Daniel only smiled. "Safe isn't always right. Sometimes people need to be surprised." His words lingered in her mind long after she left the shop. For the first time in years, Olivia questioned whether she was playing life too safe. As days turned into weeks, Olivia found herself drawn not just to Daniel's vision, but to him. He had a way of seeing beauty in unexpected places: the chipped wood of an old chair, the faded ink of a forgotten novel, the cracked spine of a poetry book. One evening, as they worked late, a storm knocked out the power. Candles flickered across the bookstore, casting golden light on Daniel's face. "You ever feel like you're living half a life?" Daniel asked quietly. Olivia hesitated. "All the time." "Then maybe it's time to start living a full one," he said, meeting her eyes. Her heart fluttered in a way it hadn't in years. But just as Olivia began to feel alive again, something threatened it all. One morning, she arrived to find the bookstore's front window shattered. Books were scattered on the floor, and a threatening note lay on the counter. "Sell the store or else." Daniel's jaw tightened. "Developers have been trying to buy me out for months. I refused. I guess they're getting desperate." Olivia's chest tightened with fear, but also determination. Then we fight back. We finish the renovation. We show them they can't scare us. Together, they repaired the damage and worked harder than ever. Olivia found herself sketching bold designs, experimenting with colors she'd never dared to use. For the first time, her work felt alive. By spring, Whitman's Pages was reborn. Sunlight spilled across stained glass lamps. Teal shelves lined the walls, and bursts of color drew readers in like moths to a flame. On opening night, the store buzzed with energy. Locals marveled at the transformation. "It's like stepping into another world," one woman whispered. Olivia stood in the corner, overwhelmed. Daniel found her and pressed a small paint sample card into her hand. It wasn't beige. It was a brilliant shade of cobalt blue. "For you," he said softly, "a reminder that you're capable of more than safe choices." Tears stung her eyes. For so long, her world had been beige. Now, it glowed with 50 shy.